Hello and welcome to the HARC Lites series. This is a short 5-race companion series to the HARC Can-Am Tour featuring drivers old and new. We're at Flat Rock Speedway for our sole standalone event, and Louis Dubois is going to surge into the lead after getting the pole earlier today in car number 54. Dubois is a short track racer out of Louisiana who's given the HARC series a try. This is his debut into the HARC world of things. And since we're at Flat Rock, we have to have at least one incident. Gerald Reddington's going to get turned around, collects Peter Longboat in car number 82 as well. While the 112 was pretty bent up, Peter Longboat would be the only driver going to pit road for this one after getting part of the nose caved in. He'd lose a couple laps. Let's take a look at Igden Hauser. He's in this number 1 car that's currently running in second place, though this car doesn't look like it should be running in second place. It's very dirty and beat up. That's because this car was bought by Hauser for a Rominger Brung series. So he really had he put it through a little bit of a beating, but Hauser, the Canadian dirt tracker, decided, hey, since I have a HARC car, let's go racing in HARC. And he's doing very well today, running in second place. Car number 8, Kip Pitt. Driving some pretty funky colors today. He's actually running a throwback all year long to a car he ran in 1990 for Sheldon LeGray on the national circuit, so that explains why this car looks a little bit different than his normal car. He's running side-by-side with Mark Nutt, car number 0. Nutt, another veteran and familiar face in the HARC world, as Nutt's trying to put together a solid performance today. This is currently a battle for 4th place, as Mark Nutt really trying to get it in on the inside line, but Kip Pitt still quite fast on exit, not letting the 0 get the position. Now this is a friendly battle. Both Nutt and Pitt are friends and have had a bunch of conversations at the racetrack before. They've worked together in the past, so that's why they're racing each other with such respect. But Kip Pitt, just because he's in his 70s doesn't mean he wants to slow down any. But Mark Nutt going to get by the number 8. And a couple laps later on lap 18, Mark Nutt's going to put a challenge on quite an eccentric driver, Porky Porkins in car number 01. Definitely an odd name and an odd paint scheme. But the North Carolina driver definitely puts on a show at any racetrack he goes to, and often in the garage area and in the party zones as well. But Porky Porkins having a solid run today, but Mark Nutt really charging his way through the field. He could be a factor late in this one if he can catch the 54. He's already got a bit of an advantage to that 54 car, but Mark Nutt able to dispatch of his competitors fairly quickly. Speaking of the 54, he's going to run to lap traffic on lap 24. That's Peter Longboat, who had that issue earlier. He's a couple laps down. He is a garbage collector from London, Ontario, who's working with their tourism board to promote the town. However, not going to be the day they were hoping for, as he's currently in 13th position. But Louis Dubois is going to have a nice little blocker behind him to keep Igden Hauser at bay. Let's see if Louis Dubois can continue this commanding run here at Flat Rock. It's a bit of a throwback fever throughout the field, as a couple other drivers are running throwbacks as well. Bill Littlejohn, the father of Prudence Littlejohn in the Can-Am series, is running a throwback to his 1995 late model car. And below him is Dean Reynolds, a longtime friend of Kip Pitt from Long Eddy, New York. He's running a throwback to his 1979 machine. And they're currently having a great battle right now, as they're going to try and throw a 3-wide with Porky Porkins. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Bill Littlejohn in the middle of 3 wide, and they're bumping, they're banging. I don't know how they're keeping it together, but Bill Littlejohn is going to get by the number 01 and somehow make it through there. He passed in the middle line. That's the only guy we've ever seen do that all day. But excellent battling throughout the pack, as Dean Reynolds looks to get by the 01 as well. A lot of Canadian presence in the field. There's Anne-Marie Dupuis, the Quebec native out of Granby. She's running side-by-side with Kip Pitt, who's lost a lot of ground since the start of the event. This is on lap 36. This is a battle for 9th. Wes Jones in the 404 is currently in 11th place. Now, the way this series works is the top 10 get points, so anyone outside of it does not get any. So Jones is going to have to try and catch Kip Pitt and pass him if he wants to score some points on the day. There are a couple other bonus points available for leading a lap, the most laps, having the fastest lap in the race, and having the pole. Here's a contender that could be there for the fastest lap is Mark Nutt. He's been very quick all throughout the day, and he's chasing down Igden Hauser, who's also put together some pretty fast laps on the board from what we've seen. This is a battle for second on lap 45, and Mark Nutt is not going to give him any slack. Runs right up to the back bumper, and Igden Hauser is going to overdrive turns 1 and 2. Nutt to the inside, but Hauser's been pretty good in 3 and 4. Still a side-by-side battle. These fans are getting a good show today, despite the low car count. But Mark Nutt is going to take advantage of Hauser's difficulties in 1 and 2, and that Apple's going to move up to 2nd place. However, there's not a lot of laps left. We've only got a handful, so he's going to have to really try and catch the leaders. Peter Longboat gets into the wall again, a very snake-bitten day for the number 82. And that's going to actually help Kip Pitt out, because that puts a driver between he and Wes Jones. Wes Jones was slowed down pretty heavily by that. So Jones is going to have to circumnavigate the 82 and then get by that feisty veteran in Kip Pitt if he wants to score some points on the day. Late in the race, we have to shout out Franklin Reeves, car number 18. We haven't talked about him today, but he's made some good moves throughout the pack. This is his first race back after a racing injury while driving in Japan. So it's great to see that Franklin Reeves is back out on the racetrack, and we're happy that the HARC Lites series can provide an avenue for him to get behind the wheel. Not only is he back in action, but he's doing very well today in 4th place. So great job of Franklin Reeves. We're glad to have you back at the track, buddy. But 1 lap to go. Louis Dubois has basically no one in sight except lapped cars. Look at that huge gap he has over Mark Nutt, and Louis Dubois is going to lead flag to flag. He gets it handedly here at Flat Rock Speedway. Excellent job to Louis Dubois. That Monster Energy Toyota was a rocket ship today. So he'll get to celebrate the first ever HARC Lites victory. But that would not be all for today, as we have a couple other fireworks at the end here. Gerald Reddington, the number 112, not too happy with Peter Longboat. Longboat maybe not too happy with Gerald Reddington, and Longboat's going to turn the number 112 into the wall and tear up the front of that machine. I'm not sure how popular that move's going to be, as Reddington's a very well-respected driver, but we'll have to see how it goes. Let's take a look at our race results. Louis Dubois leading, followed by Mark Nutt, Igden Hauser, Franklin Reeves, and Bill Littlejohn, the top 5. The top 10 get points on the day. Longboat finishes 4 laps down, and those 4 markers on the side there for all the bonus points. Louis Dubois, though, scores a ton of bonus points. He's got a pretty hefty lead in the point standings after race number 1. But we still have 4 more to go, and next time we'll be going to the Edmonton International Speedway. So we hope to see you there. Thank you for watching the HARC Lites series.